Hello friends, welcome to the stereochemistry lecture again. The topic of today's lecture is determining homomers, enantiomers, diastereomers and epimers using RS configuration. It's easy to determine whether two given structures are homomers, enantiomers, diastereomers or epimers if they have been drawn in the same projection formula with the same orientation of parent chain. But it becomes difficult to identify the relation between two structures when they have been drawn in different projection formula or in the same projection formula with the different relative orientation of parent chain. Moreover, it becomes more and more complicated with the increasing number of chiral centers. Before going into details, let's first understand meaning of homomers, enantiomers, diastereomers and epimers and their identification without using absolute configuration. Homomers, these are the same molecules. Enantiomers, these are the stereoisomers which are non-superimposable mirror images of each other. Diastereomers, these are the stereoisomers which are not the mirror images of each other. Epimers, these are the diastereomers which differ in configuration only at one chiral center. Now, let's have some examples to identify the relation between stereoisomers without knowing absolute configuration. Suppose we have three structures A, B and C and we have to find a relation among them. Let's first find the relation between A and B. The orientation of parent chain is the same in A and B. If we look at the orientation of OH and H, these are also the same. So, A and B are the homomers. Relation between B and C. Orientation of parent chain is the same in B and C, but the orientation of OH and H is different. So, B and C are enantiomers. We can find this relation in a different way. If you rotate the structure C about this axis through 180 degrees, then this will look like this. Now, we can see that B and C are non-superimposable mirror images of each other. So, these are enantiomers. Thus, A and C will also have enantiomeric relation. Let's have structure D, E and F with two chiral centers. If we compare D and E, parent chain has the same orientation in both D and E. In D, on the left chiral center, OH is on solid wedge and H on hatched wedge. In E, OH is on hatched wedge and H is on solid wedge, suggesting an opposite configuration. Similarly, if we compare orientation of Br and H, on the right chiral center in D and E, E has opposite configuration. Since orientation of groups on both the chiral centers is opposite, so D and E are enantiomers. We can also find this relation in a different way by rotating structure E 180 degrees about this axis. Now, we can see that D and E are non-superimposable mirror images of each other. So, these are enantiomers. If we compare D and F, both have the same orientation of parent chain. Orientation of groups on the left chiral center in D and F are opposite, while orientation of groups on right chiral center of D and F are the same. So, these two are not mirror images and thus diastereomers. Now come to the title of the lecture. Suppose we have to find relation between A and B, C and D, and E, F and G. A and B are in the same projection formula, that is flying wedge formula, but the orientation of parent chain is different. C and D are in different projection formula. E and F are in the same projection formula but have different orientation of parent chain. Compared to E and F, G is in a different projection formula. Identification of relation in these cases by just visualization is very difficult. You can identify the relation by determining R and S configuration. Before finding the relation between these structures, let's first define homomers, enantiomers, diastereomers, and epimers in terms of absolute configuration. Homomers. These are the two stereoisomeric presentation of structures having same configuration at each and every chiral center. Enantiomers. These are the two stereoisomers having opposite configuration at each and every chiral center. Diastereomers. Two stereoisomeric structures with more than one chiral center having same configuration at least at one chiral center and opposite configuration at rest of the chiral centers. Epimers. These are the diastereomers with opposite configuration only at one chiral center. Now let's determine the relation between A and B. We have already discussed how to determine absolute configuration in two separate lectures. Absolute configuration of A is S, while that of B is R. Since A and B have opposite absolute configurations, so these are enantiomers. Relation between C and D. Configuration of C is S, while that of D is R. Since C and D have opposite configurations, so these are enantiomers. Relation among E, F and G. In structure E, the absolute configuration at C2 is R and C3 is S. In structure F, the absolute configuration at C2 is S and C3 is R. In structure G, the absolute configuration at C2 is S and that of C3 is R. Thus, E and F with opposite configurations at C2 and C3 are enantiomers. F and G with the same configuration at C2 and C3 are homomers. And E and G with the opposite configurations at C2 and C3 are enantiomers. Let's find the relation between two tartaric acid structures H and I. In structure H, the absolute configuration at C2 and C3 are S and R respectively. In structure I, absolute configurations are S and S. Since the configuration at C2 is the same while at C3 is reversed. So, according to the definition, these are diastereomers. Since configuration is opposite only at one chiral center, so we can also call H and I as epimers. Relation between D-ribose and D-arabinose. First, label the carbons of D-ribose as 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 for the sake of clarity. Similarly, label D-arabinose carbons as 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Parent chain in both has the same orientation, so you can find the relation only by just visualization. These are not mirror images, so these are diastereomers. You can also find the relation by determining absolute configuration. The absolute configurations at C2, C3 and C4 of D-ribose are R, R and R, and that of D-arabinose are S, R and R. Thus, D-arabinose and D-ribose with the same configuration at C3 and C4 and different configuration only at C2 are diastereomers. Since configuration is different only at one chiral center, so these are also called epimers, and more specifically C2 epimers because configuration is different only at C2. Let's discuss an interesting case of finding the relation between two tartaric acid structures drawn as J and K. If we look at the structures as drawn, it seems that they are mirrored images of each other and thus enantiomers. If we look them carefully, we will find that there is a mirror plane in the molecule. In a situation like this, just rotate one of the two molecules clockwise or anti-clockwise through 180 degrees in the plane, because 180 degrees rotation in the Fischer projection doesn't cause change in the configuration. Suppose we are rotating K clockwise through 180 degrees in the plane. Now we will see that structure J and K are the same structures. So J and K are the homomers.